It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer, and I'm really excited to announce that we're brewing our next beer in Edinburgh. It's with the Top Out Brewery in Scotland. My first ever time in Scotland this will be. I heard Edinburgh is a wonderful, wonderful city. Lots of historical stuff to look at, and lots of really good bars to visit and drink some beer with. We're going to be brewing a fruit saison with the Top Out Brewery. I'm really looking forward to it. I've been discussing this beer with Michael for well over a year now. The owner, Michael Hoppart, and he's a German guy who lives in Scotland. And yeah, it's going to be really, really good, really, really exciting. He sent me some samples down. We decided on the recipe by him brewing 3 different varieties of the beer. One was with raspberry, one was with blackberry and raspberry, and then there was another one with raspberry, blackberry, and I think a little bit of cherry in there. So we've decided on one of these kind of fruit saisons, and he also sent me the base saison, and the base saison was absolutely fantastic. Really, really enjoyed it. So I'm really excited. It will be my second saison that I've brewed for the channel, or for myself, with Top Out. Not with Top Out. The other one was with Pilot Brewery in Swansea in Wales. But yeah, just really excited to get out there, get up there and visit Scotland for the first time. If any of you are about, we'll be there from the 2nd of June till the 4th, which is a Saturday morning. So probably the best time to find us around Edinburgh will be the Friday night. If you want to come and meet us, if you're watching from Scotland, come and have a beer in Edinburgh. Send me a message on Facebook and we'll meet up, we'll have a beer. And it'd be nice to meet some of the people who view or watch my channel from Scotland up in Edinburgh in a couple of weeks' time. We've got, of course, let's have a look at the Top Out beer. Have a look at their branding. You might remember that I did their IPA a couple of years ago, and I described it as Scotland's best ever IPA. This IPA was absolutely fantastic. It was chock full of hops. It was a little hazy, if I remember rightly, and it was just booming with flavour. An absolutely superb aroma, taste, and it was just a really good beer all round. So let's get this ginger ale with a ginger twist, Copperheid, out into a glass. See what we get. It's 3.4% ABV. Nice bit of smoke on the opening. Beer in the glass then. Pretty sure at the brewery we're drinking lots of Michael's different beers. Lots of videos of reviews of beer and a brewery tour. I'll do an interview with Michael. Of course we'll film the brewing process. It'll be a really good couple of days. And of course some videos from bars around Edinburgh. Okay, look at the quality of this beer then. Looks absolutely fantastic. Nice levels of carbonation. 2 finger, slightly off white head. It kind of looks like a ginger. It definitely looks like, if you were to imagine what ginger would look like, it would kind of look like this, wouldn't it? Ale, coppery, ginger, amber. Slightly hazy. Let's get the aroma. Oh, blimey. 3.4% ABV, but you just get gallons and gallons of ginger aroma. Really pungent, floral, gingery, spicy aroma to this beer. It smells smashing. Let's dive in. Cheers. Wow. That is really, really good. Really, really good beer. Stone the crows. The ginger in this beer is just immense. Absolutely immense. Not too overpowering. It's not completely dominating the whole flavour profile of this beer. But it's still immense. It's still a big ginger punch in this beer. as you can probably see, some of you may be home brewers or experienced beer drinkers out there watching will see, for a 3.4% ABV beer, look at the lacing on the glass, look at the quality of this beer, the levels of carbonation moving up and chasing that head up the glass. It looks absolutely wonderful. It's got a medium-ish mouthfeel. I don't know how they've managed to do this actually. It's normally, of course, the more malt you add to the beer, the more the ABV rises and the more body you get from the beer generally. So the fact that they've used less malt to gain less alcohol and still get a really good mouthfeel is quite brilliant, to be honest. The spice, the malt, the biscuitiness, it's a really good session ale. I'm going to rate this. Whoa, look at that. It is a bottle conditioned beer. So what we had first was a clean beer. Very clean, very nice to look at. What we have to the end, you can see that sediment floating around in the glass. Don't be alarmed if you're new to beer and you've poured a beer out and there's all this sediment floating around and you're thinking, the beer's gone off. It hasn't gone off. It's the second fermentation process. The brewer adds some yeast to each bottle. That then ferments the beer and it gives the beer, it's already kind of started to ferment in the first fermentation process, but the second fermentation process in the bottle gives usually good carbonation. And this is exactly what this beer's got. And of course, lots of vitamin B. So, just to prove to you guys that there's nothing wrong with that beer, and I'll be going off to enjoy that soon, I'm going to rate it. For a ginger beer, it's immense. The body, the mouthfeel, the creaminess on the head, the flavour, that lovely spicy ginger. It's marvellous. It really is a marvellous beer. Lots of biscuity, bready malt going on. One of the best ginger beers I've ever tried, and it's only 3.4% ABV. Really good beer. Let's rate it 8 out of 10. It's an 8 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer. Put your comments in the comments box. Please subscribe to our daily beer reviews and cheers.